Hello and welcome to my tutorial for Psychonauts. I won't be covering ways to fix crashes or multiple ways to fix the game to run decently while you are speedrunning this. This will only be a guide on how to run the game. If you're curious about the methods to make the game run a little bit better, if you're getting a lot of crashes, there is a paste bin that I have from Stingray that has most of the solutions. Just PM me for it. And if you get the flagpole glitch where the flag doesn't travel up the pole, usually either using VSync or using VSync at that section of the run and then turning it off after the caravan door is usually one of the better solutions. Otherwise, use NVIDIA Inspector or Riva Tuner with MSI Afterburner and lock the frame rate to 120 to like 200 FPS, depending on what you prefer. I use 200 FPS, but sometimes I get the flagpole glitch, which might actually show up in this tutorial. Anyway, let's get started. So to start off, I always select this bed. I move to the right twice and move to the left once. This puts Raz in a levitation state. We always start our timer right when the saving file notification goes away, because this is right when you get control.
Alright, settle down in here. Big day tomorrow.
You're going to want to mash A through all of Oleander's dialogue right here. Keep mashing A and hold right on your look stick. And then hold up.
Some of the old markers have fallen apart. You'll find bits of them flapping around.
Keep mashing A until you hear this dialogue. Now mash B. Alright. Now normally I would go ahead and start moving over there, but I'll first explain movement. So, movement in this game is a little strange. We have, we don't have our levitation ball yet, so we're not quite fast just yet. We have to rely on front flips, which is a little annoying because it has, it's based on the lock-on, which can sometimes screw up your movement greatly. One of the best ways to do it is just to nudge the stick while tapping both buttons. I suppose I will explain Psy-palms since we're going to be getting into those really soon. Okay, so in order to perform a Psy-palm efficiently in most areas, usually you want to look for nice little corners, like in basic braiding. There's a nice little seam here that you can do it on. You want to jump up, hit the palm, and mesh jump. So really fast it will look like this, which maybe that's a really bad spot. Psy palms are a little inconsistent in this game. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the run, because I'm sure I spent more than enough time talking about that. So at the beginning of the run, you usually get a cutscene and you mash cancel to get out of it. I hold diagonal and start doing front flip movement towards this, and I pick up my first arrowhead. Now there's a strategy here that I don't use, but hopefully I can explain it. So if you double jump up into this, you will bounce up and grab the ladder. Now if you double jump into this and palm, you get higher up on the ladder. And sometimes it's really good to get the card too, because there is one card during the scavenger hunt phase that is really hard to avoid, and that will cause a dialog box to appear. But anyway, since you're up here, get your side challenge marker, cancel that, and finish your double jump. And you have a couple frames to mash when you land on that roof to get another jump. Don't mash too hard though, because you'll get double jump and it might send you way off course. Alright, so now that we're in basic braiding, there's a really simple skip that a lot of people don't see when they watch my runs. Normally you would punch this and just do front flip movement to get out there, and it will trigger the cutscene with this guy. If you punch this and talk to him, it teleports you out there faster. Other than that, this is pretty standard movement up until this section. Now, this is one of the easiest and one of the hardest tricks in the run, because this, if you miss it, you want to reset right away because you feel bad. I do all the time. So ideally, you want to, so like there's an invisible wall right here. Ideally, you want to hold diagonal as you're traveling towards this. You don't want to get stuck on the invisible wall as you're traveling over there. Do a jump and a double jump, and I missed it. See? Okay. This is a great tutorial. That's fine. I had a feeling I was gonna miss it because of the way I was lined up, but it's a lot easier to do while you're going fast. There we go. When you land here, just mash cancel to skip that baggage. Mash cancel again, mash cancel again. Now here I just mash cancel and jump at the same time while holding diagonal on that ladder. I think the controller explained that pretty well. Yeah, pretty standard movement moving through this section. There is a really fast strategy that I'm going to explain in this tunnel that I don't go for, but maybe you should, if you prefer. So right here, there's a really fast strategy that I really suck at, so let me try to line this up perfectly. So if you have Res lined up, like Mr. Fleshlight and Adrift were really good at this strategy. I, however, am not. So if you lock on with Res on like, yeah, like right on this corner here, almost perfectly lined up on this corner, you can do this, 2 front flips forward, and then 2 front flips sideways, and then 1 front flip forward, and you just cleared that section really, really fast. This jump is really, really easy. Just pay attention to maybe this plant right here, and there's this little corner right here. I always line up with this corner, and I do a delayed double jump into that. So at this figment, you just want to double jump straight up and get up here.
Now that kind of wall, you can climb it up, down, sideways, whatever way you want. Just get on it. Quick, like a monkey.
Now the mines I don't really do fast. I sometimes walk to make sure I line it up perfectly. Do whatever feels best for you. There is a really risky fast strat for that, but I don't know. It will only save you a couple seconds. It's not worth throwing away a run on. So the punching game is kind of RNG. Your times can range from like 28 to 36. 36 being the perfect time on this. Well, maybe the perfect. I haven't seen anything higher than 36 for me. I'm doing this really badly. Always punch babies if you're not doing 101%. The first phase of the punching game, punching babies doesn't cost points. So it's just faster to cycle them out quickly. Now this section, this is pretty easy to line up. All you do is lock on until Raz is like almost perfectly lined up with those red figments. And then you just go ahead and go through the section. Okay, I got the flagpole glitch there, but for that side palm, I just side palm downward and then hold forward, and Res should land into the pole if you got a single jump on the way down. So let's go back to that real quick. So side palm down, do one jump. I got the flagpole glitch again. That's fine. That would have landed if I had VSync on or if I had it running at 120 FPS. I'm running it at 200. So right about when I collect this purple figment coming up, 1 second afterwards, I do a single jump and then I wait until I'm past the tunnel to get my double jump off. So here is a really fast strategy. If you jump and then delay a second jump, you will land on top of this rope without getting the annoying swing animation.
It's game day, kid.
Alright, so here is an area that new runners really have trouble with. I will try my best to explain all of the areas to side palm. That way you have a choice in what you want to side palm. This is the hardest and the fastest. Now, in order to get this palm, pay attention to the seam of this little drop off. You want to side palm like right around where Raz's shadow is. Like, yeah, like right where it's about to drop off. So if you line this up perfectly, it should work every time. No, I'm really bad though. There we go. That's the fastest one. Let's go ahead and move on to the second fastest and then the two slower methods. So second fastest. This one's easier and safer. I just line my head up with the boards here. It's easy to miss, but look, I didn't fall because I missed it. Okay, here is the one of the older ones, but it's a lot safer. So this little corner here, oh god. I forgot that that was a ridiculously sloped surface. Okay, so this corner here is pretty consistent with side palms. You could like really be far down and still get it. So this costs like this is only like maybe 4 seconds slower. It's not that bad. Don't be upset if you have to use that one. I like it because it's really consistent. Like, I almost never miss it. So, the slowest strategy of them all, but the safest, is this one. You just double jump over here, double jump off of this, slide down this, oh, don't fall off though, and land on the rail. Now, you can punch Bobby, or you can jump over him. I jump over him, but you can punch him. There's no difference in time whatsoever on what you do there. Or at least I haven't noticed a difference there. Okay, moving on. The rotating room is going to be a little hard to explain, because you need to be fast. it's timed. If you don't make it in time, you're not going to... You're just not going to make it in time if you're not fast. So, like, what I like to do with this section is start off with 2 front flips, and then jump to the side, and then do 1 front flip. So that way, I'm already exactly where I need to be for the jump. Okay, 2 front flips at the end, not 1. Okay, I didn't explain that, but what you do is do single hops while holding up against the wood there. I'll do that again to show it off. So it's more like 2 or 3 front flips here. And then 1 hop to the side, 1 front flip. Very carefully make it through this section. And there you go. That's gonna take some practice, because I used to fail that a lot when I started this speed run. And then from here, it's pretty standard.
Guess I'm early.
Just mash cancel to get all of the cutscenes out of the way. And there you go. Alright, so there's 2 ways of exiting this area. The old way, which involves jumping on the rail and turning in your arrowhead to those girls. Or we could do girl skip, which saves you 1 arrowhead, which is a little bit faster. The palm is a little tricky though. Alright, there we go. I got it. Alright, for this, mash A, mash cancel, or hit cancel, and then mash A again. So like the minute you see that scavenger hunt menu pop up, hit cancel, and then mash A again. And that should get you out of there very quickly. So, we need levels, we need scavenger hunt items, and we need arrowheads. We need at least 42 arrowheads to be efficiently fast. So collect that one. That one's worth 3. Jump up here, jump over here. Grab this challenge marker. Now there's 2 ways of doing this. You can side palm or you can just bunny hop off the top. Side palming can happen pretty much anywhere on this roof. Just like that. And then just jump into the loading zone. And I'm going to show off the bunny hop method. I think my 50-50 used the bunny hop method, because the palm is kind of inconsistent. You choose them, you decide on what you want to use. Personally, I like the bunny hop method, because the side palm is really annoying when you miss it. So what I do is I do a couple front flips, do a small hop there, small hop there. Normally you don't land on that, but here, let me try to fix this mistake so I can actually properly show this off. Generally it doesn't matter, you can just do a double jump here, and you should get a bunny hop here and then another bunny hop. There we go. That was a really slow bunny hop method for it, but I don't care. It's at least you get the idea. Alright, so double jump over these rails, grab both of these arrowheads, do a front flip into this cave wall. This will spawn the lake location for the tram system. For some reason, anywhere else, like you need to step on the beach to spawn it. Otherwise, so hitting that cave was a great find from Adrift SC. Collect this arrowhead, that arrowhead. My movement was garbage there, ignore that movement. Okay, so what I did there, you can do it both ways, or 2 ways. You can go up here, oops, and collect the pirate scope, collect this arrowhead, and that arrowhead. Or you can do what I just did there in a different rotation. drop down here, collect this arrowhead. So the arrowheads on the rocks are extremely important because they are worth 3 each. If you miss those, it's gonna be painful to make up for.
Why don't you come alight on my shoulder? I saw Nils peeking into a hole in the girl's cabin.
Yeah, so we're at our minimum right now. 42 is the minimum. Now we're at 45. Oh, right, okay, so I forgot to mention, in keybinds, for menuing in the tram system, since we're about to come there, make sure your D-pad is move forward and move backward, because the joystick is the menuing in the tram system. So even though, okay, so I'm hitting left and right on my D-pad, but you don't see my up and down. That's triggering my joystick on my X input. But yeah, if you have it bound to that, it will make menuing a lot easier, because D-pad movement is nowhere near as flaky as the joystick is. So once you get in here, you want to lock on and front flip forward. It will get you over that box and over here. Then from here, do a delayed double jump, and maybe, if you're lucky, like I just got, well, not lucky, you just have to time it right, but you won't grab onto the ledge. You'll do another small mini hop and just jump up there. Grabbing ledge is kind of slow.
So what do I...
Collect the fossil and jump into the brain tumbler. Okay, so the brain tumbler is an odd being, because you want to collect figments
Sasha, I'm going
while you're trying to be fast.
What do you see inside?
Brain tumbler is the one of the only places next to Lungfishopolis that has the figments that are worth the most in the game. So you want to make sure you collect just as much as you can, because this will help you get leveled really fast. Punch this first group of objects to get some arrowheads. You should be around like 47, 48, and collect your last few here. And then all you have to do is front flip into Linda to get out of the brain tumbler.
Welcome, would you like...
So you only need to hit A 3 times? I believe that was 3 times to get through this lady's dialogue. I do it really slow because if you mash it, you'll end up at the kids' cabins by accident. So,
Let's go to...
yeah. So with the D-pad, you just hit twice to get down to Ford's lab. That's really easy. So here you just hit cancel to skip that cutscene, and then you hit down once on your D-pad. Now you want to hit A and then start mashing cancel and A together to get through this dialogue really fast. Just like that.
Where would you like...
And the best part about doing the dialogue correctly, if you get into the tram system, it will already be locked onto 9's lab, so you just mash A.
Well done, Ryan. Well done, Ryan.
So for these targets, it's faster to shoot and do front flips because it skips the delayed animation. So it's a lot quicker to shoot this way. I can't shoot now, what the hell?
Good.
There we go. Okay, that was weird. So for that sensor, it's a lot quicker to lock on as he's in midair and shoot him before he lands. If you don't shoot him before he lands, he will have like a really slow fall animation that you have to sit there and watch. Okay, for that lever, you just mash triangle and cancel. And let's go ahead and move to the first target. This is a really simple target. All you do is walk up to it, hold target, and shoot. Now, I typically want to double jump and land on this cube, and then double jump and land on the pillow. I didn't land on the pillow that time. Now right here is almost the perfect spot. There we go. Oops, okay. There's a lot more sensors out because I'm doing this really slow. So, okay, yeah. Right about here is perfect, because you see the dialogue for it almost every time. There we go. So yeah, if you see the dialogue box at the bottom, that means you can hit it, so all you have to do is like shoot until you get it, because sometimes the sensors get in the way. So maybe your first shot might hit a sensor, and then your second shot will hit the target. So the cube movement is a little strange. If you go off the corners, you can end up where you need to be. And where we need to be is on this pink ring. So there's a pretty easy skip here. Typically you want to go up to where that sensor is and shoot this target. But if you just hold the direction that the target is in and do a delayed double jump, you will get it. Always shoot when you see the dialogue at the bottom. Okay, there is a faster method for this. The SMK did, which is kind of neat, but I don't go for it. That's one of the reasons why. There we go. So yeah, you can do it just by turning around on that shoe. The other way, I can't go back to it, can I? No, I can't. Alright, the other way is to land on that shoebox and just hold back right, like the way my joystick is, and then just shoot, because it will come up with the dialogue at the bottom again. So right here, you just want to jump like right around where this little weird shape is. Well, I can't think. Or can't talk. This is where this rectangle is. There. Now, the pattern for this one, you can do two different ways. I always go for the straightforward method, where you just go... wow, okay, I missed that target. I just go straight until I have 4 targets shot, and then I shoot the last one to the left. Now, it's faster to cycle this boss with, Side Blast, but you want to save some ammo for airplanes and Lungfishopolis, and the brain tank. So conserve a little bit of ammo, because you used quite a bit in the shooting gallery. You went from 30 to 8. That's quite a lot of shots. I'll show off the palms here, even though I'm not really good at them. So, since we went to the left the first time, we're going to go to the right so that we can get some of the figments over here. Shoot Linda and just keep front flipping. Okay, some runners go for these. That's fine. Doesn't really cost you that much time. So when you front flip into this, mash cancel at the same time you're hitting your jump. That way it will cancel this cutscene. Now these palms are really hard to do fast because these frickin' sensors get in the way. So this one was found by a Drift SC. Let me get these guys out of the way. Alright, so this one was found by a Drift SC. And I will probably fail at this a lot. I kinda got it. Alright, so he routed in a palm off of this rock, which is kinda hard to do. I don't really practice this. I do front flip movement over this because I like getting figments. There we go. Well, okay. You get the idea. If you can make it over that, you'll get a god tier bunny hop. I have a couple attempts to show that off. So if you retarget while facing that rock, you won't target any sensors on the way in. So here's another tough palm. I'm gonna try to get these guys out of the way, because all of them swarm you here. There's a backup palm in case you miss this one. So this one has a very weird slope surface, and it's very hard to get sometimes. You know, I always get this in runs. Why am I failing this now? There we go. That's about what we need. So let's see. Where did I do that? Like right around here? Maybe not. Alright. Well, the point is, these palms, if you fail them once or twice, just keep moving. Don't waste your run on these palms. They are not worth it. Yeah. This one seems really... like, I used to be really good at this one. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong now. Like, this is the one that I usually never failed. Like, all you have to do is, like, hug this and then palm. But it seems to be inconsistent for me when I actually need to show it off in the tutorial. So let's move on. You get the idea. If you want to see how to do it fast, watch one of Adrift SC's PVs. Adrift was a god at that palm. So here's the backup palm. Let's show that off. So the backup palm is like right around here. Oops. And that will get you up to the bell and that sensor. There's another palm to be done right around here that Adrift used to do.
What is wrong, Rasputin?
And that will get you up to here. Now, doing a front flip movement here is really risky. Only go for it when you're used to it. Like, do it in small bursts, so that way you don't fall off. Menu to the lake, and let's continue, shall we? Alright, I'm going to show off a couple lake methods. Let's go with the beginner route first. Beginner route uses the canoe. That's the most simplest one. You mash to skip that cutscene. Talk to Cruller. Mash A. He will teleport you to the boat. If you just skip the cutscene, like if you just mash to skip the cutscene, he won't teleport you to the boat, and you need to do movement to get over here. So then you go to the canoe and just drive it over to Mila. But I'm gonna show off some palms, so we're not gonna do that.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna show off Kothabi's rock. So this is Kothabi's rock, right here. This is the fastest way to get there. The problem is it's also my most inconsistent one, so I got it first try. Wow. Okay. To explain that better, I lined that up. I have a hard time getting that fast, though. Getting it fast is really hard. So, to line this up, the best way to do it is you want to line his right leg up with where the corner is, like right there. And then you jump, tap forward, and you might get it. I don't like this rock. It's really hard to do. Alright, so the other ways of doing this, there's quite a few, but the one that I use involves this little divot right here. Maybe it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, there we go. So like right around where this slanted line is where I like the palm. Pretty easy. The other versions of it are literally like right next to each other over there, so if you missed that one, you'll find one that works for you. Let's go to Mila's. I feel like I've spent way too much time explaining palms.
Look who made the scene.
Okay, so there is a really slow animation that you need to avoid. That animation.
Now bounce on up here and
So instead, what you want to do is jump up, hold glide, and either hit the levitation button or the jump button. Both do the same thing. It will skip that animation. Alright, so this is one of the more difficult skips when you are first learning this game. There's a couple ways of doing this, like there's like 2 or 3 varied ways. The way that I do it though is like right about here is where I jump off my ball.
stay on the
Yeah,
ball here, Russell.
and then I hold
You wanna get
back right,
and see if you
palm,
get all those rings spinning
palm again,
today.
press up against the wall a little bit so that I will collide with the wall on my way down. And as I'm leaving the rim, I will hit jump. So let's see that again. Pretty simple. Alright, flying. This is the very first section that you should be flying in. There are many ways to fly. The simplest and most basic way is to just hold glide and tap A in the levitation ball. A drip like to use punch, jump, and levitation ball. And I like to use jump, cancel, and levitation ball. And this is the way I'm used to doing it. So, sometimes you can get a really good bowl palm here, and you won't even need to fly, but you need a little extra height, because sometimes you can miss the rim to grab this ledge.
Some things, like those spikes,
Now, if you're a little short on figments, I'm not, I'm level 10. But if you are, you can grab those pole figments before you go up to this door. Alright, the race. This will be very interesting. Hopefully I don't fail in the tutorial. So when you start the race, mash A to skip her dialogue. So at the start of the race, oh my god, this is a bad race. Alright, let's restart.
okay.
At the start of the race, you just want to run through the booster, don't jump just yet. So those figments I just collected, there's a red figment that I'm looking for that I jump off and start doing my bunny hop. Once I collect the red figment, I start my bunny hop. From here, I try to avoid double jumps because that reduces my speed a little bit and gives me more height, which I don't want. Okay, I made it. Cool. God, this is hard to explain fast. So right when I'm about to touch the ground, I have like a 4-frame window to press jump again. So I just like tap jump until I see a jump come out. I usually get back on the ball here because this section is really messy. Lots of chances to get hit. So then I go up this ramp, I cancel my ball, collect this figment, and do a delayed double jump into these bumper pads. This guarantees you to win the race every time, even when you're like really behind because you screwed up somewhere. I really hope that was a decent race tutorial. Let's go back. I'll show it one more time. Because I feel like the beginning section I didn't show off too well.
set, go, baby, go!
So I just run through this, and right about here is when I begin my bunny hopping. Raz is incredibly hard to control while you're doing bunny hops, so really try to exaggerate your movement so that you can get control of him. Alright, I'm going to do a double jump to gain control here. Ah, I lost control. Alright. Yeah, so that's an example of... So even though I've spent so much time running this game, it is very easy to fail the race. Especially when you don't have figments to line up when you're doing this. I use figments as a visual aid when I'm doing this bunny hopping. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, whatever. So, if you do make it to that side, and you're coming up on that ramp, you can either double jump to get over that wall, or if you are afraid that you're not going to make it, you can get back on your ball. I always get back on my ball now because I am so tired of running into that wall. Back then, we used to always double jump over it, but the ball is incredibly safe. I love using it now. And you get crazy momentum once you hit the ramp sometimes. So yeah, let's move on to the next section. I feel like I've explained more than enough of this. Okay, this is pretty straightforward. You just fly up and get to the last air vent. From here, you just want to punch this and jump to the center one. Get off your ball. Oh wow, that was really late. You want to glide back up so you end up inside this one. And so basically, the order I did there was 2, 1, 3. If that helps you remember how to do that section fast. From here, we do the scavenger hunt collection. This is the last time you will see the scavenger hunt. So that's the card that I was saying that was unavoidable, usually. That really trips me up sometimes because I'm not sure when to cancel it. But what I did right there is I collected the side challenge marker and the comic book. And then I went into here to get into a better position for the gold coin. Here's the gold doubloon, not coin. Oh, it is a coin basically, but get the doubloon and head inside here. So at this second pair of tables is where you want to jump to get your voodoo doll. Perfect. Alright, now there's a little movement trick you could do here, where if you front flip off, if you front flip off at the right angle, you can do a little bunny hop into Cruller, and then you can buy your dowsing rod. So there's like 2 ways of doing this. One might be way easier for you. Huh, okay, so let's see. There's one, I got a different way of doing this in a console run, which was really neat. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, yeah, this is fairly hard to do. Alright, I'll just do the way that I know how to do. I'll just do it, yeah, I'll just do the way that I've always done it. So, here we go. What I want to do is travel down this ramp and jump like right around here. And if I feel I have too much forward momentum, I'm not going to hold forward. I'm going to let go of the joystick a little bit and hold back. and then when I land on that rock straight ahead, this rock, I hold forward again, and this should get me to the Eagle Claw. If not, you can buffer it a little with flying, but other than that, just go straight for the campfire area. Now, campfire area, when you get in here, there's a little slope here. Sometimes you can get it, sometimes you can't. I always try to go for it. You'll get like a little boost if you get off on the right edge. But other than that, we just want to head to the dinosaur bone and collect that. Just find a way to get there as fast as possible. So the route varies here. You can, so when you collect the side challenge marker, there's two scavenger hunt items that you can go for. The old route, I used to go for the condor egg. Condor egg is a hard jump to make, as shown here. Alright, so let's see if I can remember how to do the condor egg. That would be useful. Boy, I don't even think I remember how to do the condor egg anymore. Let's see. No, I don't think I remember how to do that. Jesus. Alright, I'll give it one more shot. If not, I will show a video of the proper way to do condor egg. Holy crap, yeah, I don't remember. I might cut this out. Okay, here we go. There we go. You need to get an edge jump to get to the condor egg. God, I don't know why I don't know why that was so hard. Anyway, I got sick of the condor egg because it's kind of a ridiculous jump, and you won't always get the correct momentum. Sometimes you'll get too fast of momentum and like you'll fly way past it. Anyway, so I found this one, which you just edge boost off of that rock and get the cherry wood pipe, and then edge boost off of that and go this way into the GPC. The pipe is a little slower, but it's more consistent. That's the reason why I like it more. So talk to Crawler, Ranger Crawler, and turn in your scavenger hunt items. And from there, it's pretty much basic movement. That probably went by really fast, holy crap. Okay. Talk to Crawler. Get the side challenge marker, jump in here. Get it, and then jump up here, which sometimes this jump is a little tricky. There you go. You end up on the roof, jump off of that. Jump off of this, and you should be over the fence near the GPC. And then just go right inside. Whoops. Sorry, I'm adjusting my controller real quick. Okay, so from here you just drop down and mash triangle, or mash talk and then cancel. I'm saying triangle A. I went to Mila's dance party. Whoops. Alright, I have plenty to cut out. I have more than enough to cut out.
Man, no.
Okay, take number 2. So from here, one of the best forms of movement is just jumping across with the levitation ball and jumping right into the door. You might need to buffer it a little with the flying, because sometimes you don't get the distance you need. So there's 2 ways of doing this. You can fly straight up, which all of us do, or you can climb the tower, which climbing the tower isn't too slow if you're good at it, but I'm just going to fly because that's what this run is all about. It's about flying. Alright, so the brain tank. Since I died, I have a lot more ammo than I should. Or did I die?
I'm so smart.
I think it...
Gelatinous underbelly? Here I come.
No, I didn't. How do I have so much ammo? Maybe I did die. But where? Because I had 8 ammo. Anyway, that's not important. Let's just... Okay, so normally you would come in here from... You know, just finishing all those levels, and you only have, like, maybe 8 ammo. Anyway, if you're really short, like if you have like 3, start breaking pillars to get some ammo. Or have the brain tank break it for you. But yeah, you want to start breaking pillars to get some ammo back. Other than that, this fight is pretty standard. Just shoot it when it's revealing its belly, and then punch when it's vulnerable. Alright, from here, I just do front flip movement to get to him, and then mash punch. Holy crap, it went really far. Normally it doesn't go that far, so you can get like another punch as it's traveling. It is faster to use ball movement, but I was unfortunate and I was on a flat surface. But here, let me show you what ball movement does for this fight. That's really poor. Let's go for this one. That was okay. Anyway, point is you want to get like a little boosted jump off of the slopes if you're like near one. Other than that, just do front flip movement if you're on a flat surface though.
Where would you...
So from here, we just go to the lake. Pretty standard. We need to go to the window. Also, your figments. You should be at level 17 or 16. 17 is great. That means you've done all your work. You've already got plenty of figments. 16, you're a little behind and you need to collect some in Lungfishopolis. So there's a small invisible wall there. That's that can sometimes trip you up when you're jumping over here. Or sometimes you just won't make it. But one thing I found while running the console versions is you can make a jump over here, and there is no wall. So that's really great. So if you're one of the... Okay, jump cut. I'm going to re-explain this because my co-camera was pretty freaking awful. Or not co-camera, but my Linda was pretty awful in explanations. So, for a low frame rate trick, you want to do this. You just want to float climb over here. Sometimes you, like, if you're good, if you practice this, I mean, you will get the ledge grab. Or you'll just get enough height and you'll just land right here. Perfect. I just fly over there, although the jumping method actually seems a little faster, to be honest. And then you just touch the rope. Now, at the start of Linda's phase, I walked backwards and hit the first box. RNG gave me another box right behind me, but normally I walk to the right and hit the right box first, and then look for my last crate. Or last box. Now you're going to want to menu on your dowsing rod, which is very simple to do. All you do is tap left on the D-pad and hit A, because it will have it automatically selected. Now behind this little dock thing is where your first deep arrowhead is. Other than that, this is a 5-minute snorefest. Aside from the deep arrowheads that you need to collect. There is one little trick that saves a little time. It happens right here. You can force a trigger to make a cutscene happen earlier. If you jump forward and run behind that clam immediately, you will get Linda to jump to that cutscene a little bit sooner than normal. Other than that, this is pretty standard movement. We're just waiting on Linda to get over with. There is another trigger that you can force a little early too. If you follow this water line up until not this clam coming up, but the next one, it will trigger the next phase of the fight a little sooner. Not by much though. Oh, I almost drowned because the clam almost knocked me into the water. Alright, cool, we have good boxes now. Oh, amazing boxes, wow. Pretty fantastic. Now, if you are still low on ammo, kill some of these guys to get your ammo. You want to be at least above 12. Because we're going to be using Side Blast quite a lot in Lungfish. Whoops, sorry, I wasn't looking. Well, I heard my alarm. Anyway, ignore that. Whoa, look at that crab, he's doing something weird. Or that lobster, I mean. Alright, so there is a rail that can get you stuck in the PC version. I don't know about the console version, because I always skip it in the console version too. Console version can't fly anyway, so if you want a tutorial on that, please PM me. But yeah, you want to skip this rail, because you can get stuck at the bottom. Yeah, there's really not much to say about this section. It's pretty straightforward. Whoops. Okay. So for these coral walls, you want to punch 4 of them, and then get out your dowsing rod. Get your last deep arrowhead and move to this trigger. Now for Linda, you want to be directly in front of her, but you want to get her trapped into the clams. It's pretty simple. You can also stand behind the clams too. That's another way of getting her trapped in these. Other than that, just menu on the door and go inside Linda. Okay, Lungfishopolis. I will explain this right now. Do not front flip and shoot into the prison. If you're really close to the prison, don't shoot. It will overwrite 2 cutscenes at once and not give you your shield. So you want to try and get this early or after the cutscene. Like that. Because this cutscene right here can overwrite the shield cutscene, and you'll end up with a nasty soft lock, and the only way to fix it is to reload the autosave. Alright. Other than that, the movement here is pretty much hell. You want to lock on and do front flip movement, and you want to avoid locking on the tanks. Kinda hard to do in this section. Shield, and if you're locked on properly, you can shoot the next prison and free the next set of people. Also, if you're low in figments, this is one of the best places to collect figments when you're behind, because the figments are worth just as much as brain tumbler figments. Oh my god, okay, so sometimes you end up targeting enemies you don't mean to. Like that. Okay. This section is very hard to move through fast without getting hit. Do not get upset if you do get hit. This section's a lot easier because you get a nice boost off of the water. The water speeds you up. So touch the water once, and then start double jumping. You get more height and pretty great speed, which is good because this section is pretty hell to navigate without it. Now there's a little bit of a death warp here. Just die next to the bridge, or drown next to the bridge, and you will teleport across the bridge. And then just continue on your merry way. Now for these cutscenes, do not skip these too fast, otherwise planes will not spawn. Go ahead and head up to the top of this building. Wait until you see the planes pass, otherwise you will get knocked off. So combo your Side Blast with Shield, and it will shorten the recoil animation with Side Blast. That way you can kill planes faster. Okay, Kochamara, I am very... Oh, this is going to be hard to explain. Alright, I'm going to try to explain the world record paced version of it first, and then I will explain the beginner strat.
I know it's you in there, Coach. I don't know what you're broadcasting from.
So, punch buildings and get your health first. Get health back, you need it, because you're going to get hit on purpose.
The only word you're gonna need is ouch.
Okay, so this is bad RNG. You want him to shoot his laser first. And when he shoots his laser, reflect his laser back and then do a front flip and shoot twice to cycle him into the next phase. Now, for world record pace strat, you want to dodge him without shielding and get him stuck in the corner without him resetting. That is pretty difficult to do depending on what position he is in the air. So hopefully I get it first try.
Ground vision.
That's pretty much perfect. Okay, so now we're in this phase. You want to punch twice, wait until he kicks you, and then slam down on the punch button once he kicks you. So like right when he kicks you, you want to start punching, like immediately. So get ready. And there we go. Now for the safer and slower strat, I will show that off real quick. It's almost no different except for you shield and block him, and then walk him into the corner. So let me show that. This is easier for beginners, because like I said, he can reset with the world record pace version.
trick, kid! Combination!
Okay, that's alright.
Area attack!
Hopefully I get it. He was in kind of a weird spot in that corner, so I'm glad I got it. But yeah, if you notice the world record pace one, skip the overly intricate combination. That's the major difference between the two strategies there. Other than that, Coach Hammer is no different. So going to Boyd, you want to make a simple jump here. Hold glide. Let's see. Can I get the strategy? There we go. Okay. So this is like a weird version of float climbing. You just hold glide and mash A. It gets you up the ladder faster, but I always just do this because I'm used to it. This is out of comfort. It's not really... they're about the same. In Meat Circus, that's more detrimental. So then you want to jump up, grab this side challenge marker. Menuing's kind of hard in this game. Get the door. Talk to Boyd. I'm already level 20. If you're not level 20, that's fine. If you are, let's see, level 18, you're good. If you're at least level 18, you can recover your run. Level 17, you may have fucked up. So you want to punch the fridge. And in here, I like to grab my ammo here. So, grab the ammo. There's another place you can grab ammo if you don't get ammo there. You get your clairvoyance, and then just jump out the door. Now, if you are behind Figments, if you are not 18, if you're not level 18 and at least 56 Figments, you want to do the stop sign route. So, collect as many Figments as you can as you're going. So collect some, grab the stop sign, collect Figments,
Hello, fellow road crew.
pass the road crew. I missed that one. Anyway, you get the idea. So, if you are ahead on Figments, you get to do a neat little skip. It's not that, I mean, it's not that super neat, but instead, we're not going to take the stop sign if you have enough Figments. So what we're going to do is just fly. Now if you're like 52 or 48, then you're fine. You can do this too. But if you're like like 18 with 2 Figments or something, you really want to get your Figments up. Because the rails only have about 50 Figments, maybe 48. So from here, you want to drop to about this part of the sidewalk, or this part. It really doesn't matter. Most runners go from here, I think. I do it from here. And then I glide down, and I jump into the top left. Now this cutscene's a little weird. I mash A to get through the dialogue. If you miss your ammo, here's where you get your ammo.
Just a minute!
So from here, if you stand on the grass over here, you can shoot the little girl and just jump right inside. Other than that, it's a pretty basic boss fight. I screwed up movement. You probably won't be as bad as I am being right now. So there's a pure RNG part where she will jump away from you like that. It's pure RNG. I've studied this quite extensively. It has nothing to do with your movement or how many times you punched. It's just random. Use the door, go inside Gloria's mind, and then use bacon right when you get inside. So, tap left on the D-pad, hold diagonally right, or upright, and then mash A. Now mash A and B together to skip all of Crawler's cutscenes. Alright, so this skip is pretty difficult for some people. Now, when I like this last one, I like to punch 3 times so I can get the timing right. And then, when the screen turns black, I shoot Psyblast. Hopefully I don't screw this up. I'm gonna go ahead and save in case I do screw it up so I can show it off again. 1, 2, 3, wait, shoot. That skips about 7 seconds of dialogue.
Let's see you do that again. Bingo! Okay, last one.
Alright, now we need to get our cobweb duster. Oh, jeez, okay. Whoops. Okay.
Sold to the big-headed kid with the gloves.
It's also RNG on what crawler dialogue you get. There's a couple of them that are faster, but that's not something you really need to worry about. Just get your cobweb duster and go back to Gloria. Head to Nine's lab. If we go to Fort Sanctuary instead, like we used to always go to Fort Sanctuary. If you go to Fort Sanctuary, he gives you a cutscene and he asks you a question and then he teleports you back and then you need to talk to him again to get him to send you to Gloria's Mine. And it's really slow. So, what you want to do is head for the yellow door here and you skip forward. Because he tells you about all the brains and stuff. So menu on your cobweb duster. And go ahead and head for Bonita. Now, this is one of the simplest tricks in the book. You just hit Psyblast and mash your talk button. And then from here, you just mash A through all this dialogue until you see the door open. You got like maybe a second or two of seeing the door open and then just hit cancel and continue on your way. Fly up to get the candles. There's a small optimization that Stingray found that you can do. Is like, you jump up here and grab the candles through the bottom, which is really strange, but yeah, he found that. So what I like to do, the order really doesn't matter as long as you get 2 scripts, because this mine can soft lock if you don't get the first script. Put the candle in, light it on fire, go to the critic, cancel his dialogue, go to Becky, give her the first script, although you can turn that in last if you want to. You don't need to give her the first script right away. She disappears if you don't have the first script. That's one of the reasons why you need the first script. It's a nasty soft lock. So fly up here, head in here, get your third script. Head up to the lights, punch them once, and then we turn in our last script to Becky. Fly up to the blimp. Now, okay, the do's and don'ts of this blimp, or not blimp, hot air balloon. Do not fly into the bottom. The bottom will soft lock you. You need a side palm to get out of that soft lock. The correct way is to go to the top, do not hit the bottom. And there you go. Alright, this is pretty straightforward. Just fly up until you're near this curtain, and then there's an invisible wall that's pretty high here, so it's like about there. So you need to fly a little bit higher than you expect to get over this. Collect the candles and head up to the catwalks. Put the center one in, but don't light it. Now grab, you can either go to the left or the right one. Now from here, you get like a little boost jump off that corner, and glide down. Hopefully the enemies get stuck in the boss and don't head towards you, because the flamethrower ones are really annoying. They cost a lot of time. Alright, now I'm going to the left one. Like I said, just as long as it's not the center one, the order really doesn't matter. Just when you're heading to the boss, make sure you're always behind him. Try not to get hit by enemies. Try not to get hit by insults that he's hurling at you. Alright, for this dialogue, you mash A and B, because otherwise you're gonna hear him talk a lot. Collect Glorious Trophy, and head to Edgar. We go to Edgar first instead of Fred, because Fred is right next to Crispin, and you want to leave the asylum as soon as possible. Okay, when entering this, just mash your talk button so that you can put the painting in right away.
Nice. Now I can get Edgar's card.
Well,
Wait for the bowl.
keep off the street now.
Start flying. Now you can either do this from the ground or you can fly. If you have difficulty flying here, you can dodge the bowl by doing ground strats. I kind of screwed that up a little, but you get the idea. You can just fly right over the bowl, no problems. Here you want a menu on your telekinesis. Grab him, punch. Grab him, punch. Grab him, punch. That's the rhythm. Try not to hit telekinesis twice. It will screw his order up. Or try not to hit punch twice. If you hit any of those buttons, or if you don't time it correctly, he will go into crouch mode and you can't grab him, and you have to wait until he dives so that you can do it again. Alright, so missing this loading zone is pretty easy. I will show the easiest way to get to said loading zone. This is not how I do it in my 80% runs. This is just how I'm going to do it for the tutorial. So if I jump near Edgar and I'm about a 45-degree angle away from him, towards, like, right next to the tornado, if I fly directly up, I should hit it first try. Maybe? Okay, I was off by a little bit to the left, but you get the idea. So, if you line up that way, you can almost never miss it. It's underneath her right eye. if you're curious. So if you're looking at the girl from there, alright. That went really fast. So I punched the Matador because he spawned in a really shitty spot. El Odio is RNG based on what the Matador does. You want to punch him if he spawns right in front of you at the start. Because then you might get lucky and he might spawn right next to the bull, which he kind of did, so we're going to use that to our advantage. And confuse him now. And we're going to take the rest of these and throw them into the wall so that they respawn elsewhere. Now, for a fast cycle, you punch him to make him disappear quicker. I'm not punching him. There we go. Last one's gonna be tricky. Because El Odio is right next to it. Okay, punch the bull, and that will end his El Odio is dying dialogue, and just go straight to the loading zone, or to the loading screen. Go ahead and head in Fred's now. Equip pyrokinesis. You're gonna need it. Grab the coin. Jump in and start meshing. Hold forward and mesh cancel, and it will spawn you right next to the building you need to be at. Fly to the top of the roof and punch the vault. The vault is the trigger for the carpenter. Okay, that's really bad movement. Ignore that. Alright, so what I like to do, some runners go this way and just go straight to the house that way. I like to get rid of the salt shake. No, I don't. Okay. So, what I like to do is boost jump off the corner here. Sometimes I don't get it, though, like that. That was a really sloppy one. I make myself big and then shrink into the building this way. The time difference between the two routes are almost, like, hardly noticeable. It's just what you prefer. That's just the way I learned it a long time ago. So get rid of the salt shaker. And go up to Fred one more time. Get the note. Now hold right, jump forward, or front flip forward, and you should end up at the building you need to be to spawn your army man. Now, take your carpenter, throw him over here. He ended up upside down. Amazing. So I mashed jump and cancel to get through his dialogue fast. This one I just mashed the same thing. Just mash jump cancel again. Hold backwards and use your talk button to get into this building. Talk to him, and he should be spawned now. Now we go collect our escargot. I like to start with the left side first. I don't think the order really matters, just as long as you get them fast. This is a really slow section, so it's kind of hard to be fast in, especially when these idiots are punching you. God. Whoops. Alright, there we go. Alright, take your army man, put him here, cancel his cutscene. I like to move my escargot here so I can get prepared for later. And then I talk to this building. Now, I will show off two strategies. If your frame rate is really, really bad here, and you can't fly up to this section to get the cobweb removed and whatnot, there's another way. For low frame rate users, you can pyro through the wall, like that.
I'll bet I can arm our troops with that.
It's basically the same as the cobweb method, only cobweb method lights this door on fire first because it takes a while to burn, and then it lights that on fire. It will collect the musket and be out the door a little bit faster than the pyro through the wall method. Talk to this building, get your army men spawned, and then eliminate Napoleon's soldier. Move the escargot to get the fat soldier. Whoops, I didn't mean to talk to him. You need to talk to the building here. Alright, from here it's pretty simple. You just fly up to get to the pin. And then head to this bottle cap. Or cork, I'm sorry. And then finish the level. Talk to him once, so that you can trigger the event. Menu on your outfit, as soon as possible.
Greetings.
Now, when you see this cutscene for 1 second, cancel it. It will get the elevator stuck. Do not mash through this cutscene. It will make you fall and die. Okay? Now, from here, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, I kinda screwed up movement there, but you just wanna fly into that hole. Jump, fly, get up here. Fly straight up until you see the second ledge, and then get on that. Now here, I like to jump normally through this section because it's easier to skip the rats. Because the ball is kind of weird on this surface. Alright, so flying the asylum, you want to kind of center yourself right here and try to avoid ropes. Ropes are your worst enemy here. Alright, so far so good. Also, to avoid your camera getting stuck, jumping while on the ball and then starting your fly is better. So if you see the bed, get over this platform. It will avoid all of the crap that you might slam into here. And then throw the chair. And begin flying again. Fly over this rail. And you're done with the asylum fly. Grab the crow and throw him. Jump up on the levitation ball, it will trigger that cutscene. And then jump into the purple barrier. Get the birthday cake. Equip the birthday cake. Now jump over Shigor. And you should end up in here. Pokelope speeds up for no one. Very, very true. Hit the barrier again. Jump over Shigor. Throw the brain in. Free Lily. And we're ready to start one of the hardest boss fights in the game. For most new runners. Okay, so the pattern here is really, really simple. Alright, so it's easier for me to play it first. So throw a rock, ignite one of the further away ones. Right, left. And then the next one will be left, right. And then the last one will be right, left again. Always get on your ball to cancel the knockback that happens. That went by really fast, but it's, like I said, it's right, left, right, right, left. Pretty simple. Once you figure out the pattern, it's pretty easy. The only thing that can screw you over is the rocks being thrown at you. Equip your cobweb duster and get on your levitation ball. And like I said, to have your camera follow you, always jump with the levitation ball. And there you go. You skipped over, like, I don't know, maybe 90% of Meat Circus already. Oh, I kind of screwed that up a little. But you want to jump off that rail to end up on this rail to get to the butcher as soon as possible. Equip your shield and get ready for the butcher fight. What I do for the butcher, he attacks in threes. So there's 1, 2, 3. Alright, for his last one, I just walk towards him and to the right. So back forth, like I just kind of do this, like I target him and I just kind of do this little motion. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and then we just trigger his last attack. Alrighty, so this is a very, very easy trick. What I like to do is I just like to platform normally and bounce on this trampoline. Glide over to this rope. Now, when you get close to your father, he will jump away from you. You have a small window to do this side palm and then not touch the controls once you're stuck there. It's a little bit like if you go too far in the center, it will not work. If you do it in the center or a little bit before the center, it always works. So you want to side palm into this trampoline, and having shadows on helps because it helps you aim. But after that, don't touch the controls until you see the cutscene. The game literally does this for you. This is an amazing skip. There we go. Alright, this part is RNG based a little bit. So, a lot of people fail at this. You want to throw the pins when he's doing the stomp animation. That is the most consistent way to damage him. And he just destroyed all of my pins for the most part. Good job, Butcher. Oh, it doesn't matter. I got more. That was really fast. Okay. Final Butcher fight. In order to get a 2-cycle, do not lock onto him. You want to get stuck into his foot, into his left foot, your right, basically. And you just want to hold diagonal, like I'm doing right here. And do 2 punch combos only. Do not mash the punch button. And for the last little bit, mash it because you don't have very much of a window. I got decent damage. I could have done better. Do not hold your shield, because when he hits you, because if your shield wears off, if he hits you, he does like half your health in one hit. And there you go. That's Psychonauts in a nutshell for a tutorial. That's about an hour and 40 minutes of footage. That's not terrible. My last tutorial was like almost 3 hours. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, leave a comment below or PM me on Twitch or message me on Twitter.